Hello, beautiful people. Future me. Welcome to another round of me learning. We'll do some typing exercise as always, and then we'll continue with whatever. Angular. C# is unfinished, so we can do that. Oh, and I did not check if they were taking down or was the C details gonna be monetized. Okay, so I don't care about that monetizing that much. So I kind of screwed up in the end. What the? Oh. That happens to me from time to time, that I'm mistaking hands and I'm pressing the right key combination but with my other hand. Does that happen to you ever? Hey, Nightlight. So that was 844. 844. Oh, it is what it is. So we'll continue this guy. I would really like to know if there's a way so I like how I have like the background picture like in the IntelliJ, for example, and I think I would like to have it in the Emacs too. Seems like lots of work. Oh, really? So maybe you can do that. Sure. Menu 1H. That's not what I'm looking for. Search is this. That's not that. Okay. Never mind. Okay. So we will not spend our time on that. And we will continue with this guy. So we have the conditional content projection. That's what we are doing, right? Yep. Okay, so let's do it again. Start the timer. So configure the component to accept ng template. Okay, this is like we should use the ng template, not ng content. That accepts the ng template, use ng container element to render the template such as, okay. So here, because I read through it already, this is like the ng container. They choose the ng container because of reasons I don't understand, but it basically, you can use anything. This could be a div or whatever. The ng container does not need to render to a real DOM element. So this is not a real DOM element, I guess. So we could use a div if we want to. We don't have to, I guess. Let's try that out. And this is in the Zippy template, right? So that's in here. And let's say we will change this to div, for example, and that should still work. It does. It does. Okay. So undo those changes. Okay, wrap the, okay, and then we put it in a if, which doesn't matter. And this will be, like the ID element will be content ID, and content ID is, that is it just a string, or how does that look like? If we do inspect, we can search for this here, I suppose. Control F, content, what was it? It was content ID. Nothing. We got nothing. Okay, so in that case we will search for ID. Seriously? There's nothing. Don't give me that, there must be it. More. 1, 2, 3. Does it not search? Maybe now? Yeah, zippy one. Okay, so now it... Zippy0, huh? Where do you get that? It's content ID. Okay, so if we do go into example zippy, content ID is this guy. Okay, so this will increase, right? We'll hide it. Oh, it's still 0. Anyway, this comes from the component. There's a field. Okay, and here we did the if statement. In the template where you want the project content, run the project content in an ng template element. Let's search for this. In here, and we are in the app component HTML. It's inside the app example zippy. And we have defined like multiple things which I don't understand, like this host bindings, host listener, I don't know what that is. But let's continue. The ng template element defines a block of content that component can render based on its own logic. Okay, so I'm reading it, but it's going through my head right now. So it finds a block of content, sure. That component can render based on its own logic. Right, so that is like from the outside, let's say, right? Here we have the ng template. Then this is where we have, that is just to get the template reference. Is that all that we did? Seems like awful a lot of things to do just to get the reference to that. It's possible. A component can get reference to this template content or template ref by using either content child or content children decorators. Okay, so did we do that or not? If we have a look in here, we have the content child. Okay, and that's called content in here. What's that? Preceding example creates a custom directive. Example ZP content. Yeah, so that's what we were talking about, right? Here, this guy. Example ZP content, and that has just this. Undo. It's just this. Just a little longer. That is what is this? It is an API to mark the ng. I always forget, like, what is API? Application programming. It's like, it is so like application programming interface, which is a software intermediary to talk to each other, two applications. Helpful video from Mules. Okay, so let's see. Show me.
Connectivity is an amazing thing. By now, we're all used to the instant connectivity that puts the world at our fingertips. From desktops or devices, we can purchase, post, pin, and pick anything, anywhere. We are connected to the world and each other like never before. But how does it happen? How does data get from here to there? How do different devices and applications connect with each other to allow us to place an order, make a reservation, or book a flight with just a few taps or clicks? The unsung hero of our connected world is the Application Programming Interface, or API. It's the engine under the hood and is behind the scenes that we take for granted, but it's what makes possible all the interactivity we've come to expect and rely upon. But exactly what is an API? It's a question everyone asks. Okay, not really, but we're glad you did. The textbook definition goes something like this. In computer programming, an application programming interface, API, is a set of routines, protocols, and tools for building software applications. An API expresses a software component in terms of its operations, inputs, outputs, and underlying types. Okay, to speak plainly, an API is the messenger that takes requests and tells a system what you want to do, and then returns the response back to you. To give you a familiar example, think of an API as a waiter in a restaurant. Imagine you're sitting at the table with a menu of choices to order from, and the kitchen is the part of the system which will prepare your order. What's missing is the critical link to communicate your order to the kitchen and deliver your food back to your table. That's where the waiter, or API, comes in. The waiter is the messenger that takes your request or order and tells the system, in this case the kitchen, what to do, and then delivers the response back to you, in this case, food. Now that we've whetted your appetite, let's apply this to a real API example. You are probably familiar with the process of searching for airline flights online. Just like at a restaurant, you have a menu of options to choose from. A drop-down menu in this case. You choose a departure city and date, a return city and date, cabin class, and other variables. In order to book your flight, you interact with the airline's website to access the airline's database to see if any seats are available on those dates and what the cost might be based on certain variables. But what if you're not using the airline's website, which has direct access to the information? What if you are using an online travel service that aggregates information from many different airlines? The travel service interacts with the airline's API. The API is the interface that, like your helpful waiter, can be asked by that online travel service to get information from the airline system over the internet to book seats, choose meal preferences, or baggage options. It also then takes the airline's response to your request and delivers it right back to the online travel service, which then shows it to you. So now you can see that it's APIs that make it possible for us all to use travel sites. The same goes for all interactions between applications, data, and devices. They all have APIs that allow computers to operate them, and that's what ultimately creates connectivity. So whenever you think of an API, just think of it as your waiter running back and forth between applications, databases, and devices to deliver data and create the connectivity that puts the world at our fingertips. And whenever you think of creating an API, think MuleSoft.
Okay. And they are saying the same thing. What was the video? To mark the ng template for the component's content. With the template ref, the component can render the reference content by using either ng template outlet directive, with view container ref, create embedded view. Okay, so that would be we have this kit, right? That is the content. Okay, so we mark it as a content, and with a template ref we will have just the reference to the template. I see. And then in the where's the template for the CP? Oh. Come on. This guy over here will be actually, you know what, I want to tweak my color scheme a little bit. Color, editor color scheme, yes. I think I was expecting some pop-up window or something. Appearance. Theme. Arcola, okay, so where can I adjust it? There was definitely was a way how to change it, right? Okay, so I'll search for color. Color scheme. Oh, here we go. Duplicate. Okay. Now we won't search for selection or highlight. How can I search here for it? Default text deleted. Searching the blue color and want to exchange it to light blue. Hyperlinks, light storage. Maybe is it like Windows color? Search result. Oh, doesn't seem like it. Okay, well, maybe fuck that. Code with me. With the template ref, the component can render the reference content by using either ng-template auto directive or with view. Okay, so we were using ng-template outlet, alright. Here, respectively, this guy. Like seriously, you don't have like options to change the... Must be the case. Because if I change the theme to Windows 10 Lite, is it the same color? IntelliJ Lite. Yeah, that's definitely a different color, so it must be defined somewhere. We'll go back here, and then enable ligatures, share, color scheme. Oh, I did not save that. Duplicate. Okay. Okay, we'll do apply, and then it must be here somewhere. What kind of color is that? It's kind of blue. Notification background. Selection background, here we go. And can I tweak it? Yes. Okay, 0. Move it up. And move it up. Okay. Maybe it's not so nice. So FF, so we will do AA maybe. Okay. Maybe even less. So 999. Five. Okay. It's kind of okay, isn't it? Yeah, I'll just roll with this. And our view container, create embedded view. So we have the ng template outlet, and that works like this. This is that. Oh, and maybe I want this will be foreground effects. Oh, I cannot select more things. Oh, that's a bullshit. Such a stupid thing. Okay, yeah, now I lost it. What's it? Foreground. I'll just leave it as it is. Maybe a little tiny bit bigger the selection or bolder. So we were at 5, so we do 6, 6, 6, 6. Fa was good. Ah, that's good. Well, theoretically I could do something in between, right? With something like... So it will be 5, 5, 9, 5, 9, maybe. And this episode is... okay, fuck that. Doesn't matter. Directive or with that. Okay, so create a directive with a selector that matches the custom attribute for your template. So we have that. We have the directive. We have the template reference. We have 20 seconds to go. We'll do one round, definitely. I'll do that. So this concludes this round. So we are done.